beautiful people out there in internet land. So it's me, Randy. I'm back for another episode of Randy Rex. This is season 3, episode 2. It's been about a month since episode 1, so this is long overdue. In this video, you will see me and my journey to go see The Invitation, my 21st horror movie this year alone. You'll get a little information, backstory about myself and what's going on in my life and how I'm being very retrospective and how things have been like really just like hitting on every point and all coming together. So suffice it to say, I was recording on my journey to the theater. I did lose some audio, some video, so there's going to be a voiceover, there's going to be me like this, just filling in those gaps, moving the story along, but it's going to be a fun time. Okay, so hello, all of you beautiful people. Hopefully you can hear me over the purr of my engine. But I'm in my car. I'm on my way to see The Invitation at AMC, Barton Creek. Ooh. That's my theater. So if you want to stalk me, that's where you know to go. Just like, you know, I love all the different kind of movies, so I'm easily stalkable. No, but in all seriousness, there is a lot of, I have 28 movies on my list of horror movies to watch that have all came out this year. I've seen 20 of them. This is going to be number 21. I'm very excited. So let's go to the theater. So the good thing for us, we are very fortunate. It's a beautiful day out here in the good old ATX. You know, Austin is a very interesting place. I've lived here my whole life. You know, that's not counting time that I've spent with family in Michigan. That's not including times that I lived with my dad in Michigan when I was younger, when he was living. But, yeah, I've just seen the jump from this. I don't even know. I wouldn't say Austin was small, but there's just been a huge boom in population, you know, and then of course of that, because of that, traffic, housing, that's a huge thing. That's something that people love to talk about, how like the housing market, you know, of course, has just gone berserk, and Austin is no exception. I am so shocked that my mom bought our house for as cheap as it was, even though it was still not as cheap as it was when I was younger than that. And you know, I say she bought our house because that's just indicative of a Hispanic family. Like, my mom has instilled it into my brother and I that is also our house. We always have our rooms there, and right now I'm using mine. I have no shame in that. You know, recently I was on Twitter, like I tend to do, and Timothy Champlain, or however you say his name, you know, was talking about how it's hard to be on social media, or it's just hard to be out in the public this day and age with social media being the monster that it is, where he feels just like he's being constantly judged. So of course, I thought of myself in like the small degree to which I put myself out there. And you know what? I love... Whoa. I was going to say I love putting myself out there because at this point in my life, I've spent a majority of my life not standing up for myself. And so the way I put myself out there is in these healthy, constructive, creative ways. I'm not hurting anyone. So if someone comes at me, I can use all the tools I've gained throughout my life to circumvent that. Okay. So we are here. Okay, this is one thing I hate about this stop. Is I technically don't have a stop sign, and these other two places do, but it's like no one ever really recognizes that. And so yeah, suffice it to say, I'm coming to you guys now because traffic was a bitch and I could not feasibly record without feeling like a complete jackass. So before I get onto Facebook and Twitter and answer any questions about the invitation, I'm still here in the theater. So that's a good sign that I'm recording this video, because that's a sign that I really enjoyed the movie and I have to and want to talk about it now. And I'm only just going to say a few little words because I'm in my car. But I loved The Invitation. It's still out in theaters. I don't work for Sony, but go see it. It's so much fun. It's such a great horror movie. It's not a cliche. It's different. It takes a lot of the old horror movie tropes and turns them on their heads. So if you want a good time, if you like horror movies, I highly recommend The Invitation. Okay. So we're doing some podcasting on the go. Podcasting, YouTubing on the run. That is my MO. That's what I do. So if I get in a car accident, that's probably why too. No, I'm just kidding. I'm gonna be safe. I'm always safe. Like, at that point, the YouTubing is gonna have to take a hit. If I'm gonna take a hit, the YouTubing is gonna take a hit before I do. So yeah, that's something that's fun for me because I'm gonna have this choppy footage to edit. But that's okay because I'm an editing machine. I don't have my old editor with me anymore. He's a busy man. Ironically enough, he moved to San Antonio, which is, an hour away from Austin, and it is where my ex lives. And he just got a new girlfriend, so that's very relevant. But we're not here to talk about my personal life. We're here to talk about The Invitation. And it just goes to show you, I found out this news about my ex yesterday. Went to see The Invitation today. Loved it. Had a blast. Okay, so one thing that I'm sure you guys are aware of if you have watched my videos throughout my YouTube career is that, I go to the movies and I hate talkers. We had some major talkers during the movie. They were like maybe a seat or two away from me. And the reason I'm emphasizing this is because, I just found out my ex has a new beau. And there's this couple. It was a couple that was sitting next to me just talking their butts off. And usually I would say something, but they were just so cute. And I didn't want to... And, it wasn't even just that they were a couple. Because I probably would have left, like, if it was two friends, like not a couple. Or like three people, I would have left them alone. If they were just as loud, not any louder than this couple was. But yeah, it was just like that extra layer of, they were a young couple. They were white. They looked well-to-do. I mean, my theater is right on the line of Westlake, so I see this often when I go to the theater, or well-to-do people. But you know, and it wasn't even just that, but yeah, I really enjoyed the movie. I got to experience the thrills and the ride of it, and it took me out of something that was, you know, me and my ex, I haven't seen him in over a year. We haven't spoken more than 10 words to each other over texting or messenger over this past year. So it's hard. It hurts, but it's not the end of my world. You know, it's not like he was someone in my life consistently for the past year. So that hurt is a little bit softened because of that. But no, yeah, like I was able to enjoy this movie. It was fun. I really recommend it, and we'll get into why I recommend it here when I get home. So I just want to thank you all again for tuning in, for getting on YouTube, coming to my channel, checking out this video, liking it, subscribing it, all of the good stuff. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you go see The Invitation. And y'all have a great day. Y'all take care. Y'all keep loving yourselves and loving others.